Hello, let's do connections for Friday, August 1st. All right, playwright is obviously somebody who writes plays, but it could also be somebody's last name, right? We also have Dean, which could be a last name. Garland, like Judy Garland. Wasn't that her name, Judy Garland? And Gable. What was his first name? Clark Gable? So we have two like old school like celebrities. I don't know who these two would be referring to if it's a last name thing, but I could be wrong about that. So I'm not even coming close to attempting that one just yet. I mean, garland could also be the stuff you put on like a Christmas tree. You have a wreath, a wrap, gift. I mean, these could be things that are associated with Christmas. I'm not sure about that either. I'm not sure what temple's doing in here. Temple, obviously like a place of worship, like a church. But I don't see other things like that in here. Temple could also be like the temples on your head, but I don't see things like that either. Temple is also a university in Philadelphia, I think. I know it's in Pennsylvania. I think it's Philadelphia specifically, but I don't see other universities. Temple of Doom, Road Warrior. Do we have beginnings of movies? Sword in the Stone. I don't know why those would go together, though. I mean, these two are like 80s action movies, and Sword in the Stone is a cartoon from like the 60s or something. Faculty and dean can go together as, like parts of the administration of a university. I don't see other things like that, though, so I'm really not sure where to start with this one. This one, nothing's really popping out to me, other than maybe the last name thing, but I am not confident at all in that. Jackpot. Things you win, like a gift, maybe? Or we could be doing jack or pot. I'm really not sure where to go with this. Swordfish. No, I don't see other fish. I'm not sure what hay is doing in here. Hay ride. I am really lost. Garland, land. Is there anything that goes with land? Or right. Or pot. Word. Rap, but like the music category, R-A-P. Roadmap. Oh, Shirley Temple. I didn't think of Shirley Temple. So maybe that goes in with Gable and Garland. But I don't know what the fourth one would be. Maybe Dean. James Dean? Are these like 50s or 60s or even 40s, like movie stars? Legends of Classic Hollywood. Okay, that took me a long time. It took me a long time to think of Shirley Temple. Honestly, I was getting close to putting playwright in there. And not because I know who a specific playwright is, but I've heard of people with that last name. So I was just going to do a last names category there. Oh, man. Which one of these is supposed to be yellow? I'm still kind of lost here. So what's faculty doing in here since it doesn't go with dean? Wasn't The Faculty a movie? The Faculty? If it is, it's not one I ever saw, but it sounds vaguely familiar. But the movie thing, I was thinking Temple with Temple of Doom, like starts of 80s movies, but we don't have that anymore. Temple is up here. So what's Road doing in here? Because I was thinking Road Warrior. Bent, Matchbox 20 songs. Like, what are we doing here? Sword, rap, wreath, and playwright. Things with silent W's. Is that a thing? Are we doing that? Is that what it is? It is silent W's. Oh man, that took me a while. Sword. I guess it is. You do see, or some people still pronounce it a little bit sword, but it's mostly silent. It definitely is in those other three words. All right, I still don't know what yellow is. All right, faculty. Hay. Hay is such a weird word to be in here. Only thing I can think of is hayride. Hay bale. Hey, a homophone for H-E-Y, like for saying hi, but I don't see other things like that in here. What is faculty doing in here? It's such a weird word. I'm guessing faculty goes in with purple, because what else is this word doing? It has cult in the middle of it. I don't see that going with anything. Faculty. Jackpot. Which one of these is supposed to be yellow? Like, where's the yellow at in here? All right, if we change the first letter of hay, we have May. Do we have other months? Don't see that. Say, bay, yay. I don't know. You have flair, you have a gift. This is just like a natural ability, although flair is not really that. Flair just means you're flamboyant. You have a flair for the dramatic. It's not quite the same as gift. If you remove the T, you have GIF, the image file type. I am completely and utterly lost. I can't even put like really two words together. Like, this is one of those ones that's annoying because I don't even know what to guess at. Maybe faculty, like you have a faculty? Like, does that kind of mean gift? You have a bent for something, a flair? This is the only thing I can possibly think of. I'm going to try it. Aptitude. Oh, man, that's a really hard yellow. That is an extremely hard yellow. Honestly, that was mostly a guess on my part. I never use any of those words besides gift, really, in that sense. So bent, faculty. I don't think I've ever used faculty in that sense. I've heard like somebody who's lost control of their faculties. Like when you're talking about somebody who's like, you know, maybe older and like starting to decline or whatever. But it's very rarely used in that sense, I think. And bent either. Like they have a bent for something. I feel like maybe I've heard that before, but that's a really tough yellow. And then jackpot, hay, roof, and road. I don't know. I've been staring at this too long. I don't even really care to guess at it. Let's just find out what it is. Hit the hay, hit the jackpot, hit the road, hit the roof. Hit the roof. I don't know if I'm familiar with that. Hit the roof. Raise the roof, hit the roof. You know, yesterday I was like, oh, I don't remember I don't know if I've heard what third party is. And then there was like a million different things I've heard of that is third party, especially the political one. Hit the roof. Suddenly become very angry. I've never heard that before. That one I haven't heard of. Hit the roof. Yeah, I've never used that in that way. I never would have put that together. But yeah, yesterday's the third party one. I should have gotten that one. That one, I was only thinking of it in one certain context of like a party at a restaurant. But yeah, hit the roof. I don't think I've ever heard that. All right, let's see what they give this. This one was really tough, even though I got perfect. 2.5, it felt a lot harder than that. Honestly, this took me a long time. My recording's over 20 minutes already. I'm going to have to severely edit this down. All right, let's check the bot. I'm guessing it's going to be tougher than 2.5. Yeah, there we go. 5 out of 5. That's kind of what I was expecting. It felt really hard. By far, the biggest category is losing. Uniqueness, that's pretty high uniqueness for a perfect game, 1 in 85. Yesterday's was 1 in 10. This one's 1 in 85. Yeah, blue first. I'm surprised that yellow first is that high, honestly. Silent W is coming in last. That's not that surprising. That's a hard thing to think of since only 2 of them actually start with the W. So you're not really focused on the W in those words. Let's check ever. Oh man, they're all pretty close. 59, 55, 53, 50. I'm surprised green is that low. I mean, I know like not getting it first. I understand that because you're not focused on the W's, but I figured if you looked at it long enough, it'd pop out to you before some of these other ones. Oh man, losing games. Just 30% of people getting nothing. Absolutely nothing. I mean, I'm kind of surprised that blue is the highest because like classic Hollywood is so long ago at this point. Like I've hardly seen any movies with any of these people and I'm, like 43. So, like the younger people I figured would have even a harder time with this. That shows you how rough these other ones must have been. I can't believe they gave this a 2.5. All right, let's check the mistakes. Holiday trimmings, I thought of this. I thought of that. But it didn't, gift and wrap being right next to each other. It seemed like they were trying to trick you with that. And it's gift wrap, like it's wrapping paper for gifts. So those are kind of too related, in my opinion, to go in with these other two. Hollywood surnames, this is just somebody throwing in hey because they didn't know what the fourth one was. They didn't know Temple. That was the last one I thought of. Ability, yeah, not putting bent in there. And just putting in jackpot. Again, those ones are so tough. Gift is the only one I would ever use for aptitude on a regular basis. I guess putting flair in with like the holiday trimmings one, festive flourishes. I can see trying it if you were desperate. Campus roles, playwright, dean, temple. Playwright isn't like something like I've never heard of that as like an official campus university position. Oh, this is our local playwright, at the university. And then temple, you can have temples on a university, but that's a building. Whereas these other things are are describing either a specific person or a group of people. Ceremonial objects. Oh, that's kind of an interesting one. I could see that. But I think a lot of these are just guessing. No idea how I got through this one without any mistakes. I guess I just took my time. This one took me so long. Oh man, so long. And it's getting late. If you're enjoying the videos, please remember to leave a like, subscribe, follow, and let me know how you did today.